Pemirsa YouTube, kembali lagi dengan saya Deus Belmont di Gaming Classic channel saya seperti biasanya, dan kali ini kita akan melanjutkan permainan Deadly Premonition, yaitu survival horror open world yang rilis pada tahun 2013 yang versi Director Cut, dan yang originalnya adalah tahun 2010. Ya, sudah 10 tahun game ini ya. Dan kita langsung lanjut saja ke progres berikutnya. Kemarin kita sudah masuk ke kota yang namanya Green File ya, dan sekarang adalah kita akan memulai episode 1. Tapi sebelum kita memulai episode 1, jangan lupa untuk kalian untuk pencet like-nya, dan jika kalian baru di channel saya, tidak ada salahnya untuk kalian pencet subscribe dan nyalakan lonceng button untuk mendapatkan notifikasi setiap kita update. So, langsung saja kita memulai permainannya. Di sini adalah episode 1, chapter 1 ya. Oke. Sini dia bisa melihat investigasi sebelumnya.
Previously during the investigation, these puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenland. I'm
Green
Sheriff
File.
George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Ini kayaknya suaranya kegedean, suara gamenya. Oke, dia mimpi lagi ini kayaknya. Wah, ini cerita ya.
It's broken. I've been using that one for a long time.
Why don't you get it repaired? This TV is important to you, right?
It's got some memories attached to it, sure. I used to watch movies on this thing with your grandma all the time.
Grandma liked movies?
Of course she did. Everyone loves movies, right?
I love movies too. I've never been to a movie theater though.
Oke, itu pas di intro memang ada anak kecil itu ya. Di sini observe. Oh, ini item kita dapat. Ini kita kalau salah di alam mimpi ya. Oke, mendapat donat di alam mimpi gitu. Nanti di alam nyata kita punya donat. Oh, ajaib sekali. Oke, di sini dia kalau salah semacam tutorial gitu ya.
York!
Ada zombie. Ada zombie, guys. Sini nanti kita disuruh mencari.
Hold your breath.
Hold your breath.
They can't
Oke.
see you if you hold
Jadi
your
kalau
breath.
kita menahan napas, mereka tidak bisa mendeteksi
Cover your
kita.
mouth.
Oke, pencet apa ini? Hop. Hah.
Who are you?
Jadi kita kalau di cerita ini kalau menahan napas, hantu itu tidak bisa mendeteksi kita. Kayak di film-film vampir Cina gitu ya. Nah, dan ini hanya mimpi gitu ya. Kamu siapa? Shh. Sweet cigar candy. Recover little bit of hunger ya. Oke, dia mimpi bener kan? Mimpi anak kecil itu lagi. Lama banget ya dibangunnya.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees, a carpet with red leaves, a strange doll, and twin angels. But that child is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where.
Itu tuh sebenarnya jangan ini ya, jangan spoiler.
Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually. For now,
Jadi anak kecil itu selalu muncul di mimpinya si Zack. Si York ya.
Let's head to the cafeteria, Zach.
Oke, sekarang
I hope they
saatnya
have some real coffee. I really need some coffee.
minum
Then we can
kopi
head to the
katanya.
sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
Oke, sekarang tugas kita adalah ke kafeteria ya, ngambil kopi. Kemana kafeteria tuh? Nyasar kita. Udah, bukan. Kayaknya bukan deh. Ini hotelnya lumayan gede ya. Oh iya di sini. Tuh bisa kita nggak save di telepon ini, tapi kita tidak save. Ini untuk beli minuman. Oke.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Horor tuh tapi ada momen-momen kayak Harvest Moon-nya gitu.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly.
Enak.
My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone.
Mejanya panjang
I
banget
couldn't
gitu
help
ya.
but notice.
Ini kocak nih.
Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must
Pinggang
be
tuh
hard by
encok.
yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby
Jadi
of mine.
menjalankan
That's
hotel
nice.
itu.
Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little
Okay.
closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too
Dia
old for you.
dikirain
And I
ngajakin
still love my departed husband. May God rest
enak-enak,
his
padahal
soul.
bukan.
I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face. What happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared
Kamu
a
harus
special
relax.
room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really?
Jadi
I feel honored.
If you need anything,
artis rock
anything at
terkenal
all, just let me know.
pernah nginep
I'll
di
help you out in any way
kamar
I
itu
can.
gitu ya guys
The
ya.
lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Oke, saatnya kita bertanya. Ya,
Anything else you'd like to know about?
hmm. Kok nggak nanya ya? Jangan-jangan salah. Salah pilih, jadi nggak nanya. Harusnya bukan enter ya.
Did you
Kayaknya.
see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K.
SK
the
in the coffee.
I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
Ya,
No.
kita jadi gagal.
Let's get going.
Ya udahlah, nggak apa-apa ya, daripada kelamaan banyak nanya gitu ya. Harusnya tadi nih pencet E gitu. Oke, kita langsung saja mengambil. Tadi nggak tahu ya, agak nge-lag ya, encoding overload biasa banget gitu ya. Mudah-mudahan nggak parah gitu ya encoding overloadnya. Oke, kita langsung nyetir mobil gitu ya. Oke, first day investigation. Oke. Gitu doang ya. Nope. Nggak usah nge-save lah ya, gitu doang. Sugar donut will satisfy of health. Oke. Game horror lagunya begini. Oke, kita mendapatkan mobil polisi.
Police car.
Our office is open jam 9 sampai jam 5 sore ya. Jangan telat, kata Sheriff Josh Woodman. Oke, itu dia.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin.
Oke, kita langsung nyetir mobil. Nah, ini keren loh, game horror,
I have to
survival
tell you,
horror.
Zach, this place
Tapi ada
simply
lucu-lucunya
amazes
juga. Ada nyetir
The
mobil.
keys were
Keren
left
nih.
on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values.
Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Ajaib ya. Gak ada yang nyolong gitu ya. Oke, kita mendapatkan flare. Oke, kita saatnya menuju kantor. Sekarang baru jam 10 ya. Oke, kita belajar nyetir dulu ya. Ups.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays.
Jadi kalau lagi
You know, the one
nyetir
that's
tuh
from the
kadang-kadang
80s
ngomongnya
has no
random
bonus
gitu ya.
material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then. Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in '95. The 87-minute-long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it.
I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together.
I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
Oke, kita bisa turun dari mobil.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Ngintip. Ngintip momen ya. Kayaknya kalau siang tuh masih tutup dia ya. Kafe biasanya bukanya kan malam gitu ya. Gak ada apa-apa jadinya, gak ada siapa-siapa di dalam. Oke. Kloset iya, masih siang soalnya. Di atas kayaknya ada sesuatu tuh ya. Wih, kita menemukan record player ya. Semacam alat buat apa ngumpet siang-siang, ngumpet di tempat sampah. Mungkin ada event nanti kita di sini di kota ini dikejar-kejar setan atau gimana kayaknya, gimana kita harus sembunyi gitu. Oke, sekarang saatnya kita menuju kantor polisi. Udah dekat kayaknya ya. Oke, ini dia kantor polisinya, dekat sekali ternyata.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
Back in '83, directed by Douglas McKeown. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. I wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors.
I think that one
Dia
was
membahas
back in
film-film ya.
'89, directed by Ron Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon.
Tuh film-film yang dia bahas tuh hampir
Zach,
semuanya
that
tuh
one had
kita udah
sequels
nonton.
like crazy.
Nah, saya udah nonton
Remember
gitu.
there
Kayak
was a
Tremor
fourth
itu
one.
kalau nggak salah yang cacing
I've only
raksasa
seen the
itu
first
ya,
one, though.
yang bereaksi dengan suara gitu ya. Oke, kita langsung saja. Oke, kita sudah sampai di kantor polisi ya. Dan untuk ini kayaknya kita sejam ya
That's
videonya.
one fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Don't you agree, Jack? Tuh. Oke, dia masuk ke kantor polisi. Eh, Tuh ada yang tidur. Tuh,
Pleasure to meet you,
polisi
Agent
jalannya
Morgan.
gitu.
We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
Thomas McLean, sheriff assistant.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me
Orangnya agak
York.
mencurigakan ya.
It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job.
kayaknya bakal ada sesuatu yang lucu sama
I want to
part 2.
help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Jalannya kayak begitu
Zach,
dong.
Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
Kayak karakter kartun gitu jalannya. Sekarang kita mencari oke, kita mendapat squirrel key. Wih, turkey sandwich ya. Mantap.
Zach, there's a name written on this dumbbell. Arnold.
Hmm.
I haven't met anyone by that name yet. Could it be the owner of this dumbbell? What do you think, Zach?
Kita mendapatkan dumbbell. Semua aja diambil. Kayaknya di ruang sebelah ya, bukan di sini ya.
You found the key.
Is this the one you were looking for?
No. This is a gray squirrel. Sorry, that's not the key. Nothing particularly special about the gray squirrel, I'm afraid. You can find them in the US, Canada, and in England, too.
A gray squirrel. What was I thinking?
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
Oke. Jadi kuncinya bukan yang ini ya. Nothing. Nothing juga. Di episode ini part yang lucu-lucuan ini. Oke, kita coba, kalau nggak salah ada di ruang bawah tanah ya kuncinya. Clipboard. No, this yang kita cari itu flying squirrel ya, bukan snippet. So bisa kita main pistol di sini.
Hi.
Ini office room. Mau kita cari, coba siapa tahu ada di office room. Ini benar-benar berkegiatan ya. Ada kegiatannya gitu.
George, do you work out every day?
Of course, Agent Morgan. Exercise keeps me healthy. I
Olahraga
haven't missed a day since I started in
membuat
high school.
kita
Now that's impressive.
sehat katanya.
Remind me to get more exercise, Zach.
But I can't do my full routine today without Arnold. I haven't seen Arnold around since yesterday.
Arnold.
He's a training buddy of mine. His partner Sylvester misses him too. If you see Arnold around, let me know, will ya? Can't finish my workout menu without him.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Itu yang barbel tadi, yang Susan Arnold. Oke. Nih.
George, I found Arnold.
Really?
He was a bit hard-headed, but I got him to come back.
Oh, Arnold. Well done, Agent Morgan. Now I can work out using my normal workout menu.
Good to
Oke.
hear that.
Barbel.
Here's a little something to show you my appreciation.
Jadi kasih apa nih ya? Oh, you got Arnold and Sylvester. Oh, kartu ya.
So that makes us even. I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. No changes to how we work together. Just bear that in mind.
Zach, he needs some friends who aren't so dumb.
Dia butuh teman. Padahal ini ceritanya benar-benar main blow sebenarnya. Di balik kekonyolan-kekonyolan ini. Jadi sini ada ini toilet. Ini confession room. Nah, storage. Kayaknya di storage sih. Curiga sih ada di storage. Nah, ini dia. Ini yang kita butuhkan. Flying squirrel. Ternyata ada di storage. Kita udah mau 30 menit. By the way, sorry kalau tadi sempat ada patah-patah gitu ya.
You found the key.
I think so. Is this it?
Yes, this is the key, harusnya sih.
You don't know your squirrels, do you? This isn't the right key holder. This is a Siberian flying squirrel. It's closer to
My
a
God.
land-based squirrel. The Siberian flying squirrel is larger than the southern flying squirrel and has a standing tail while the southern has a hanging tail. But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
You sure do know a lot about squirrels.
Di mana lagi ya? Kita harus mencari gitu. Jangan bilang di toilet. Gak bisa masuk dong. Gimana ini? Kita sudah 31 menit untuk mencari spiral. Kita coba di sini deh ya. Masih belum ketemu juga nih.
Hi.
Harusnya kuncinya ada di sekitar kantor gitu. But where? Kita harus berpikir. Let's think. Kita coba cek. Nah, ini dia. Mudah-mudahan benar ya. Soalnya semua ruangan tinggal itu doang.
You found the key.
I hope so.
Mudah-mudahan benar ya. Apalagi.
No, this is a sugar glider. Sorry, wrong key. The sugar glider is a small gliding possum,
Come on. Katanya.
but we're looking for a
Di mana lagi anjir? Kita udah mencoba semuanya. Jangan di situ lagi. Ini apa? Amunisi. Oh, tembak-tembak. Kita harus mencari kuncinya di mana ini. Mencari kunci sangatlah sulit ya. Kita bisa tidur di penjara. Jangan bilang kuncinya di sini, di dalam penjara. Kocak sih kalau kuncinya tak beneran ada di penjara gitu. Mudah-mudahan kunci yang benar ya. Kurvi apa tadi ya.
You found the key.
That's the right one?
Yes. A
Finally,
solid flying
kita
squirrel.
mendapatkan
Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so
kunci ya.
please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
Big case. Aduh.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18, she just recently graduated from high school this year. Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in the lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
Oke.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
That's all
This
fun.
is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious.
Oh,
Where in town
enak
can I get
katanya.
these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
Oh, dia yang
That's
masak.
amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going.
Oke.
You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Ya, sekarang saatnya. Oke. Oke, kayaknya kita save dulu.
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
Just one thing, Agent Morgan. Your involvement in this case is limited. That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
Oke, kita harus cepat tapi jangan ngebut ya. Kalau ngebut kan ntar diprotesin. Oke, saatnya kita...
Agent Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack. Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Jangan ngebut ya.
Sounds good.
Dan ada suara motor, sorry banget. Dan ini hujan ya di sini. Dan kita akan menuju ke rumah sakit ya. Hai. Kita harus berhati-hati nih kalau slider nyetir ya lagi omelin. Tuh, kalau hujan itu nyetirnya jadi licin gitu, licin-licin.
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely, flying all over the country alone?
I must say I've never felt lonely.
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women, you might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
Well, she got you good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week? It's not that light of a wound.
Sampai jam berapa ini?
So,
Masih,
Emily,
untung masih.
Tell me, is there really a need for a full-time sheriff in a small town like this?
I'm sure it is small to your city eyes, but any gathering of people leads to all kinds of problems. Fights, runaways, stray pets.
You're too fixated on violent crimes. Our job is to guide the people along the correct path, first and foremost. Now, that's what I consider to be my duty as the sheriff of Greenvale.
Zach, there he is. The monarch in all his
Menuju
glory.
rumah sakit.
Kind of makes me glad that I wasn't born here.
Did you say something, Agent Morgan?
No, nothing, George. I was just reflecting on a little history.
Well, we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
Okay, which right now is driving.
Sudah dekat nih sepertinya ya. Kita tinggal belok ke kanan. Yap, ini dia rumah sakitnya. Cepat sekali ya. Cuma 2 menitan ya. Sampai. Memang kota yang kecil ini. Oke, ini dia. Kita sudah sampai di rumah sakit. Greenvale General Hospital.
That's a pretty big hospital. I guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning?
No, it's another leftover from the town's prosperous slumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
Tiba-tiba,
Impressive.
mudah-mudahan nggak
But
parah
the
nggak
hotter
itu.
the fever, the faster it cools. And so now there's hardly anyone left to use this place.
It pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes,
Jadi
I'm sorry
OBS
to
itu
say
suka
that it is.
randomly gitu ya.
And that's why this case is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
Cuma dada-dada doang.
Hello, Sheriff.
Sepanjang ini kita masih, oh dia giginya pakai bekel gitu ya. Hospital receptionist.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
A
Si
computer
cewek
room
ini ngefans loh sama
in a
gitu.
hospital?
Nice to meet you, Mr. FBI agent. The computer room is where our employees share a computer.
Very nice to meet you, too. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. But how did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne. Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get
Luka di
exaggerated
sini
as
ya.
they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
You haven't heard of this yet?
Buku ya.
It's a
Jadi,
recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S.,
oh
a small
sekarang
traditional North
kalau
American
strukturnya
town
membahas
close to the
film, sekarang
Canadian
membahas
border.
buku gitu ya.
A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime, the murder of a local girl. And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking, alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Fiona,
Sorry,
kamu
I
nggak
shouldn't
boleh
have said that.
begitu. Ada orang
With
meninggal.
Anna dead and all.
Don't
Jadi
worry.
sama-samain nama komik ya.
Books are
Nah,
written to
nama buku ya.
entertain, and it's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
Ya, sekutu buku si cewek ini ya. So itu dia, kita sudah sampai di rumah sakit dan kita save dulu. So itu dia akhir dari video kita kali ini, biar nggak kepanjangan. Untuk investigasi di rumah sakit kita akan lanjutkan di video berikutnya. Ya, di video berikutnya. Jadi cukup sampai di sini. Jangan lupa untuk pencet like-nya dan jangan lupa buat kalian yang baru di channel saya untuk memencet tombol subscribe dan nyalakan lonceng button untuk mendapatkan notifikasi setiap kita update. So sampai berjumpa lagi di video berikutnya. Adios, amigo.